Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope Logan and John Finnegan could have a reason to connect soon. We know Steffy Forrester is using Daphne Rose, who could ruin Hope and Carter Walton's relationship if everything goes according to plan. Hope may wind up devastated by the end of all this, so that could leave her single and in need of some comfort. Grounded on Hope's jest. In recent times, it may not take her long to latch onto another man and find another path forward. Meanwhile, we've got all the Luna Nozawa maternity drama going on, which could pave the way for Finn to need someone to lean on, too. Still, that could turn his marriage to Steffy upside down. If Finn is Luna's natural father, Finn and Steffy could separate or indeed divorce once this romantic reversal strikes. With all that in mind, perhaps BMB plans to let Hope and Finn do some heartbreak cling. Could a new couple form after Hope loses Carter and Finn loses Steffy? Finn and Hope will have commodity in common if their connections suddenly fall piecemeal. This could lead to some sizzling between the waists and indeed a fresh love story. Hope was successful in stealing Finn down from Steffy with her former flirting and that crapulous kiss she planted. Still, the situation might be different if Finn is just as single and crushed as Hope. Maybe Hope and Finn will have to deal with awful bifurcations at the same time. It could open Finn up to the possibility of falling for Hope, so she might not indeed have to pursue him that hard. Whatever the case, it's easy to imagine Hope and Finn forming a Lonely Hearts Club in the not-too-distant future, so we'll bring you more prognostications on any romantic shakeups. Finn and Hope's stories could crash into each other, so stay tuned for updates on any major love life news that might be brewing. Steffy Forrester may feel like the hairpiece has been pulled out from under her soon enough. They offering up huge suggestions to suggest John Finnegan could be Luna Nozawa's natural father, so Steffy may be rocked by some massive news. What happens once the verity gets exposed? If Poppy Nozawa is indeed Finn's baby ma, also, it could lead to Steffy going after her and unleashing her wrath. Steffy will surely want to have a furious showdown with Poppy if she got pregnant by Finn and kept it a secret all these times. The show hasn't verified Luna's maternity or how the whole situation went down, but it's possible Poppy indeed slept with her consanguineous whoreson in his early council days. Steffy may find that all kinds of gross and manipulative under the circumstances, especially if medicines were involved. Whatever the case, Steffy and Poppy could be gearing up for quite a sweepstakes once the coming chapter of this plot plays out. Since the show's dropping hints about Finn and Steffy's forthcoming anniversary, there's a chance Steffy might defy Poppy at a big party with lots of people around. Steffy could fluently poke Poppy over this disclosure, and Finn could make matters worse if he comes to Poppy's defense or tries to cover her in any way. Anyhow, our prognostications point to Poppy facing Steffy's fury. Plenitude of suckers are worried about the possibility of Finn being Luna's biopater. But at least we might get a fresh contest out of it. Steffy and Poppy could come fierce foes once this buried secret eventually comes to light, so stay tuned for updates on all the brewing hostility. How do you feel about Luna's maternity saga and the twist that Finn might have sired her? Are you holding out stopgap that there's another explanation or bracing for the Daddy Finn drama to come? The challenges on the horizon could ail Steffy and Finn's future, so don't miss what's ahead for these two. Finn learning revealing backstory in the dilemma between Lee and Poppy. Plus, Luna and Bill get honest about family. It'll be a day filled with moments you absolutely wouldn't want to miss. Lee just knew that Jack and Poppy slept together, making him Luna's father. Still, her forced maternity test on Jack proved that Jack wasn't Luna's father, which encased Lee to apologize to Poppy. She bandied the whole situation with Finn and indicated that she was happy to put the idea that Jack was Luna's father to rest. There's just one issue, though Lee doesn't know who sired the youthful woman. Meanwhile, Bill opened his home to Luna. Of course, he's kept that fact secret from everyone differently. When nothing is there to bother them, Bill and Luna have had some addresses, and she admitted that she doesn't know who she sees when she looks in the glass, and Bill has also opened up about some of his maternal straits. These two have clicked during Luna's time on house arrest at Bill's place. Everyone talking about Luna's daddy and Finn having quite a strange response to all the news. Lee cleaved onto Finn as she realized she may no way know who Luna's father is. She trauma-ditched on Finn and participated all her regrets. She treated those she loved horribly because of her unwarranted reservations, and she ruined connections. Oh, if only she could go back in time. The question still remained, though, who is Luna's father? Finn looked a atomic bit suspicious. He suggested I run the DNA test on Tom again. Lee wasn't about to do all that. Their discussion was intruded and Lee ran off to see a case, leaving Finn to dwell on everything Lee has said and what it all means. Meanwhile, Jack and Poppy got a table at Il Giardino and continued to talk effects through. They admitted to not being saints, but they didn't go down that road. Jack apologized to Poppy for not defending her back also, or indeed lately. Lee's secret enmity ruined their neighborly bond. Poppy understood, however. It isn't like she doesn't have a shady history. Also, Jack asked the big question, who is Luna's father? As for Luna, she was gaping into a glass, talking to herself, and wondering about her pater. It simply couldn't be Tom Star. She didn't want to believe it, and she didn't know she didn't have to. Tom Star is not her father. Luna looked back on all the times she demanded the verity, and how important Poppy used to freak out when she asked questions about her pater. All the while, Steffy was at the manse, continuing to marvel at her parents' reunion and the fallout between Jack and Lee. Taylor suggested she work her matchmaker magic. Steffy was sure that was further than she could do. There was just too important enmity between Finn's parents. But, oh, how she wished her hubby could witness the same kind of happiness she's now that Ridge and Taylor are reunited. Taylor reminded Steffy that Finn's joy doesn't come from his parents, but from his own family. Would it be nice? Sure. But Finn's life is Steffy and the kiddies now. He's not stewing for his parents to get back together. He has all the happiness and love he needs right in his own home. Finn might be Luna's natural father. During the rearmost occasion of the show, Lee and Finn indeed had a discussion about conceivably cheating with Poppy. Still, a lot of people are pointing out that it would be insolvable for Finn to be Luna's father, seeing how he's not that much aged than her. Indeed, if Poppy were to use a sperm bank, the timing of it all just doesn't make sense. Plus, Finn formerly has a murderous mama. Does he really need a murderous son as well to deal with? Not only that, but it's also odd that Finn sounded to have been in the dark about this entire fire up until now, however, right? If Finn did go to a sperm bank also, he'd have flashed back that, or he'd have at least been a little curious as to wonder if he'd any children out there. Not only that, but if Poppy and Finn did have a heated night of passion, surely he'd have flashed back that moment, too. Easily, the men of this fictional city of Los Angeles are having a hard time flashing back anything from their history, and especially when it comes to the beautiful women in their lives.